Hi, this is Alex Cave with my Udacity Virtual Reality Capstone project. Here you're seeing the scale achievement being implemented in my project. You just say the word fly and you'll be lifted up so that you can find the different runes scattered throughout the map. And then to get back down, simply say walk, or you can point with the teleport controller. I also use a voiceover recording to instruct the user on how to play the game at the beginning, which isn't captured in this walkthrough, but I use that as part of the diegetic UI, so it's a little bit more intuitive rather than reading a bunch of text. Here I'm showing the skybox is actually animated, so you see the stars moving throughout the sky slowly, and that's my animation achievement. Here is my locomotion mechanic. I did stick with the teleportation, but added a particle effect to it to make it a little bit more magical. Here's one of the runes that you have to go and collect the power from by saying one of the names of the elements, one of the right elements. So for water, you say wind, and my experience is driven by voice recognition. So you say the words of the elements to implement them to capture other elements from these runes. And here showing the lighting, everything else in this setting, I went through and modified the lighting settings throughout so that only the torch in your hand is real-time lighting, so that you can use it for the little bit of text that's in the world to better see it. So you have to use the torch naturally as you would to be able to read it. And there, what you saw was saying wind, you capture water. And so when you now say water, there's a waterfall that appears above you, and that's part of that gaming mechanic. So now we go off to find the fire rune, and when we say water or rain, then water puts out the fire, and now we can say fire. So that is the gamification of my experience. You have to go around, capture all 4 runes, and as you capture each rune, it unlocks different powers respective to that rune. And you have to use the proper element for each rune. So for example, for shock or electricity, only fire is going to work. Water doesn't work, wind doesn't work. It has to be fire. And so each one has a respective element that conquers it. So like a rock, paper, scissor mechanic, and that's the gamification. Collect all of them, say the words to implement the power to collect each one of them, and each one has a specific element that can conquer it. So here we get electricity or shock. And then there's a total of 4. So the last one is wind. We're going to go get that one. And once you capture them all, you unlock a final power, which is you can say the word day and bring light to this Viking village that has never seen the light of day. And that essentially is the game. But having the voiceover at the beginning along with the torch that you use is my diegetic UI. There's the gamification that I just talked about, and of course it is a speech recognition driven experience. So here we're going to say day, and it will change all the lighting effects and as well as the skybox. say day, which you can see there, and that's it. That's my experience.